motivated rail enthusiast and a continuation of our journey across the 10 least used stations in Oxfordshire. To find out where I am today, here's John with the railway map. And today you find me on the southeast section of the Cotswold line, running from Oxford to Moreton in Marsh. And today I'm at Combe. Apologies for calling it Combe throughout the video. Combe is another station which doesn't have a great deal of history attached to it. Opened in 1935 by the Great Western Railway as Combe Halt, it displayed all the characteristics of a halt station. It did have on opening 2 platforms however, but station buildings as you would expect from a halt were non-existent. 2 basic waiting shelters on both platforms sufficed. It did however have a small sawmill siding, but this is nowhere to be seen. Any other information would be appreciated in the comments below. It obviously has had a platform upgrade fairly recently, but even that information was hard to find. Okay then, so welcome to Combe. There's old style British Rail signage there, and that's the gate to get out onto the roadway. There is a GWR welcome to Combe sign telling you that you really have to buy your tickets either on the train or get them in advance. There is a train times board which details that there are very few services from this station, and indeed no services on a Saturday or Sunday. There is also another notice board next to that. Through into here we've got a nice little shelter, something to keep you away from the elements if you are catching a train from here, which is something. You've got a help point and a dot matrix display, which isn't showing up too well. There we go. And then a bike rack. The one thing of interest here is you're very close to the railway. I mean, it's not very often you walk up to a platform in this sort of way, which could make for some very interesting shots. Just make sure you are not getting anywhere near the actual railway and stay behind these lines at all times. But otherwise you could get some very interesting shots of trains coming through. So let's go up onto the platform. A prefab platform. There's the Combe station signage, Cotswold and Malvern's line, but still with First Great Western branding as of this date of filming. As we walk along here, there is at least some seating provided, which is very nice, and an accessibility ramp, which means that if you phone enough in advance, you will be able to board this train. And it is of note, even though it's not very well used, this station, at least it is accessible. All you'd have to do is get a taxi down here and you should be able to get out and get onto your train. Although that is a fairly steep ramp, so you either need a powered wheelchair or someone to push you, or you'd have to really think about how you were going to get up that slope if you have mobility issues. Anyway, have another quick look round. As I say, you're quite close to the track. Nothing else of note really. Just a fairly short platform, capable of taking a 2-car train. But the yellow line is there to stop you because obviously these are very busy fast lines as well, and trains do rattle through the station at quite some speed. So always keep your wits about you, as you would do on every other station. The outlook though, very nice indeed. As you can see, it has just rained, so that's a very big cloud, but yes, the actual place where this is situated is very pretty indeed. But that really is all there has to say about this station. One thing I have just noticed in the distance there seems to be a hut on the line side. Whether that was a railway hut or not, I am not unsure. If you do know, please leave a message in the comments below. The statistics for Combe are that it opened in 1935. It currently, at time of filming, only has 1 train per day in each direction Monday to Friday, with no services on Saturdays and Sundays. And the entry and exit figures for 2021-2022 were 1,238.
been to some pretty remote stations, but I really think Combe beats them all. There really is no other way of getting here other than by train, but it was worth seeing. There's this temporary structure which I've already talked about, and sightlines to and from the station are very, very good indeed, but you do wonder why it's here and indeed who it's for. That's all I can say really, but it is always good to see a station on the network. However, it is still used, and as long as it continues to do so, it will remain open. As I've mentioned, the sightlines are very good for the enthusiast indeed, which should lend itself to good videography and photography. However, there's not much going through this station, so you'd have to be very, very hardy, or someone like me likes to tick their stations off in order to visit Combe. If you've enjoyed this video, then please like, comment and subscribe. And if you can, get out there, get on the railway and see where it takes you. Thanks very much for watching.